Okay, you're down to only 4 teams in this last and final season of the normal WWC. Those teams are WQ, Warriors of Quipperland, RE, Regium, Repair, I hope I pronounced that nicely, Duff of course, Defenders of 8, and Fearless. What we'll be doing tonight is making the fixtures for the semi-finals. And for that we have a little interesting program to use. It should be interesting to watch.
Which is on screen now.
Okay, so the way we will do it is we'll just spin the needle, and the first team that is picked will be the first team of the semi-final A. Second team that is picked will be their opponent, and when the first 2 teams are picked, that will automatically give us the other semi-final pair. So we're actually just going to do 1 spin, or actually 2 spins.
Yeah.
2 spins for 1 pair.
So here we go. I'll go ahead and do the first spin now. Looks like the first team's gonna be Warriors of Quipperland.
Thank you.
Let's see who they will be facing off against. Okay, hold on, let me actually drop this down. There we go. I dropped it down to where it's only 3 regions, with the WQ being removed. We shall spin again. Their opponents will be RE.
Okay, that's very interesting. That's going to be Derby, no doubt about that, already in semifinals. This also means that the other pair will be Duff against Fearless.
Should be a very interesting matchup as well.
It really should be a close one. He's been playing against Fearless a couple of occasions in the past few weeks, and he has been going back and forward for both teams, so it should be close as well. As for... Go ahead. Yeah, I agree. We personally have been slacking with matches and trainings as of late, which is kind of understandable with holidays. But yeah, all teams will have at least 1 week to prepare really well, and they'll also have maps to prepare on, so hopefully we'll see some great matches this weekend, and hopefully we'll see at least 1 or 2 streams. Anyway, with that over, shall we show up the fixed maps?
Of course. So do we know what the fixed maps are?
We do. We had captains voting, so all 4 captains were able to put certain amount of points next to the name of the map. And the maps that they could vote for were all the fixed maps that have been used in this current season of the WWC.
Mm-hmm.
So the maximum amount of points 1 map could get was 8, and the least amount of points was 1, of course. According to that, River Village got the most points, 20 something I believe. And Newport Assault got, it was the second, or the closed map with the most points. River Village was the open map with the most points, 1. So since the River Village won the most points overall between 2 maps, Newport Assault and River Village, that map will be played in the medal matches, so that's Sunday or Monday. And this one, Newport Assault, will be played in the semi-finals.
So let's go ahead and start the tour. I'm going to just stay spectator and just spectate you. And you that way. That'll be the simplest.
Okay, save and ready.
Ready?
Okay, so products or the second spawn, bottom spawn, will spawn on the pier where they used to spawn anyway, in the new Portal, in the old Portal map. The new additions on this map are, of course, the pier, the middle pier that is connecting the other two piers. It's really an easy route. So what products can do on this map that they couldn't do on the previous version is they can charge down the middle of the village really quick, under 30 seconds if they're really fast. And this is a good position to take because one flag is exactly here. Usually this flag will come down to whoever positions Archer up there, or the other hand, whoever is good position Archer somewhere around here. For example, we have seen Triari doing an amazing job. I think you streamed that much. Get rid founder. Triari was doing an amazing job on this map. And he just used to stay somewhere around here. He was sniping opponents without much trouble.
It's a good spot, you have plenty of cover.
Second flag, as you can see, is on the left side of the middle. Few decent positions for archers are under the porch and behind these pillars, I would say. This, especially this one. This one flag spawn will mostly be easier for cavalry to operate. So we should be seeing a lot of cavalry work on this one and infantry fighters.
It's also worth noting now, I think, that the two houses that I'm showing now, the front and back one, or the back and front one, based off the direction I did, they both you can no longer get into the top of, which is primarily because this area right here where this flag spawn is, it would be pretty ridiculous to have archers in either of those houses being able to fire down from there. So that's the main other big change to the map in terms on that side.
Great. Of course, you can still go into the middle house from both sides, from the roof and from the main door. And let's go to Serenids spawn. It's in the old place over here. But what Serenids have now is the back alley, which leads to the new alley that was added, or side alley as some call it. And side alley is where the last Master of the Field flag is, somewhere around here. Really good positions to have. The archers are stables as always. Wooden shield over here. And for the other side, house that can be entered here. But as you can see, you cannot go up. For the very same reasons you explained on the other Master of the Field position. And this is one nice little interesting spot to be. If you can be here without too much pressure, Archer can be deadly in this position.
Unlike the stables and the back house, that position is a little bit more vulnerable to being pushed by enemy infantry. But like you said, if you can stay free to shoot, it gives you plenty of cover from the enemy if they're coming from that direction, or actually really either direction, because you can grab the corner from either side. And then, of course, I think that's pretty much it for this map, right? Everything else is
really
standard.
There is one more little ladder added over here, just in case if you're in water and for some reason you want to go up there, back up there, in case the ladder. That's really it. I think if we see one team or product side, for example now, pushing down to the middle of the village right away, these wooden shields on the sides will be really important.
Yeah, particularly for a crossbow faction. It would
Definitely
be, because you need that cover on a closed map like this in order to reload. But I think that's it for this map. So I'm swapping back to the splash screen if you want to go ahead and get the other map up.
Second map will be River Village. well-known map already, so there is really no need to explain it a lot or spend a lot of time explaining it. This is the newest version that has been used first in WMT, then in the WNL, and will be used. It was used, of course, in this season of WWC, and it will be used in Nations Cup as well.
Mm-hmm.
Master of the field positions.
Well, first I missed real quick, but this is roughly the spawn point that for the Serenids, which is top spawn. It's roughly over somewhere here that I currently have in view. And
I'll
yeah,
return.
I showed it, so we're good.
Okay. I don't see the flags currently. They might be bugged, so...
There is at least, but there is one flag spawn by the windmill.
Yeah, but flags are here. Not sure why they're not showing up for me, but they were on the left side of the Serenade spawn.
This is the one flag spawn.
This is very tricky position for cavalry to operate, but if you see someone like Serenades being picked as faction over here, this could be a really huge advantage, having Serenade horses on this flag against Hunter or Corsair, who knows, of the opponent.
Mm-hmm. This is the only flag spawn that is enclosed, really, and it's kind of the only spot that is I found that cavalry has a lot of problems operating with. Even though at Windmill, the flag itself is in a very close space, usually when the flag spawns at Windmill, cavalry have plenty of things to do, because usually the fights kind of happen not immediately on the flag initially, because, you know, whichever team is there first usually engages a little bit off a flag at Windmill. So either way, this is definitely the worst flag spawn for cavalry to operate in. Though, if cavalry are well coordinated, you can have some effective run-throughs the alleyway and the gate.
Exactly.
And just kind of double back and keep going in.
Something I want to say. Cavalry should not be standing for a long time in this kind of circle around the flag. They should be going in, trying to get killed or hit, then moving out. And
exactly.
Just repeating that.
And there have been a couple matches that I have seen. I don't recall what they were, but I do believe they were streamed, that you can kind of see that being done, where the cavalry makes those runs through the village, going through the alleyway and exit through the gate, or vice versa. And then over here we have the other side of the village that is a pretty common place for teams to camp, but kind of like you said, Erminos, like a lot of this stuff, this is a well-known map. It's been played a lot in a lot of tournaments, so I don't think we need to cover it too much, but where are the other two flag spawns?
Okay, let's go to what we call a middle master of the field position. It spawns somewhere around here. Really good position to put your archers or rangers next to his house up to the hill, maybe even the vineyard. The other hand, this cart is sometimes used by rangers, but if you're putting a ranger over here, you must inform your cavalry that they just need to keep an eye on this person.
Mm-hmm. The other place I've seen an archer get a lot is inside this stable right here. Makes them very hard to take out as a cavalry, but you don't really have any cover from enemy archers, so that is kind of the downside to it. But if you're not too worried about the enemy rangers, then that's a good position to stick an archer. It's hard for enemy cavalry to fight him, so he's pretty well protected there.
On the other side, we have this wall, actually a pair of walls that can be used. I'm not entirely sure if you can stand on the cart and shoot from over here.
I believe you can. In one of the versions I know you can, but I'm not sure.
I think it was fixed.
Okay,
yep,
yeah,
it was fixed.
Like it was.
Like it's legitimate fixed. You can maybe jump and shot as crossbow especially, but that is just a waste of time in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Jump shots aren't gonna... You're relying on luck at that point rather than skill, so...
Yep, and good position could be, again, vineyard, this side of house.
Plenty of good positions for rangers on this map for any of the flag spawns, really. Except for the one inside the village, that's probably kind of the worst for archers, same as it is for cavalry. Just due to the simple fact that it's so enclosed that you're most positions are going to be able to be pushed by enemy infantry very quickly, but these other two flag spawns have lots of good positions for archers. And speaking of the last flag spawn, here we are.
Yes, that's where my horse is. There's an interesting position that some archers tend to use, and that is this little balcony. Only thing is, you cannot directly shoot on the flag from here.
But kind of like I was mentioning earlier, I've noticed a lot of times fights at least start. They usually end directly on the flag, but they tend to start kind of a little more out from the fence, away from the flag, either closer to the windmill or closer into the open over here to the away from the house. That's just something observation I've made through having played and also just streamed a decent number of matches on this map.
Good positions for rangers are the cliffs behind the windmill, of course. Cavalry would be suicidal to try and kill the archer who is hanging around here. It's just waste of the time trying that, especially if the numbers of the players are even. Another good position for archer are these two trees, and especially this one. Because first of all, you're close to the wall, so cavalry won't have easy time killing you. And second thing is you can shoot without a problem on the flag.
The other position that you see archers at sometimes is the windmill itself, though it's not really as good of a spot as any of the other ones you mentioned. But you do sometimes see one just kind of staying near the side or behind it, so they can just pop out and take a shot and then duck back in. You tend to see that more often when the enemy archers are more of a threat to the ranger than the cavalry, because usually cavalry can go around the windmill no problem, and so archers have a hard time staying alive there.
Yeah.
And the main other thing is we have seen also sometimes archers will come from the back side of the house and they'll come over the left side and just fire over the fence directly on the flag.
Definitely. Infantry as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if team has, well, this is open map, so I assume there won't be a lot of infantry. But if there are two infantry, for example, if they can coordinate their attacks from the both sides, it may be support of an archer and cavalry. This can be a deadly push. One infantry and archer from this side, other pair from the other side. With support of the cavalry, that can be a really deadly push onto this flag.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just show product spawn, and that's really it, I believe.
Yep, the bottom spawn.
Which should be somewhere around here.
Yep. I think that's it for this map, so I think we covered everything. 2 spawns, flag points. There's not really any other stuff, unlike with the new port. So we were showing differences versus the old version, since it is a edited version. This map has pretty much been in this current state for a while.
Yes, some glitches were fixed, and there was only one minor master of the field change, but that was it. This map, in this current version, has been used for a lot of time, actually, for a long time already.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. Just for those of you who are currently live and kind of missed the earlier part of this, I will be uploading this today over on the Defenders of Faith YouTube channel, so you can go check that out. But just again, going through the announcements, the team drawings are WQ will be facing off against RE in the semifinals, and that of course leaves the Defenders of Faith to face off against Fearless in the other semifinal. The fixed map for the semifinal will be Newport Assault, and the fixed map for the finals match, or the medals match, will be River Village, which we just finished going over.
That's it.
You can be expecting to, well, actually, we'll be trying our best to get some of the matches streamed. However, I am going to be playing in the DOF versus Fearless match, so I won't be able to stream that because I'll probably end up playing in it since I'm on the team.
Definitely.
So we'll see about getting the WQ versus RE match, because both of these matches should be very good watches. So hopefully we can find someone to stream the DOF versus Fearless as well. But
yeah, I'll be I will be contacting some other streamers like Welcome Pro, maybe on Captain Lost. Then we'll see if at least final can be streamed.
Definitely. So, thanks everyone for watching, and as I said, you can go check this out on the YouTube channel in a little bit. We'll make sure someone will post on the thread the link to the video once it's uploaded, just in case anyone wants to check it out. But in the meantime, see you in hopefully a stream sometime this coming weekend for WWC.